to reflect on the Masters and really where I've come from since graduating in 2018. I'll just start with a little bit of background about myself. So I graduated with a Bachelor of Social Work with first class honours from the University of Sydney in 2013. After that, I've worked in health, mostly with women in pregnancy experiencing domestic violence and child protection issues, as well as physical rehabilitation, so supporting families following stroke and brain injury. And I guess I was plodding along in my social work career, really enjoying it, putting into place a lot of what I'd learned in the Bachelor and trying to, I guess, keep developing myself, keep challenging myself. And the Masters of Counselling was sort of always in the back of my mind as a really good option because I know I want to keep working with people and that's my passion. And I guess I was really drawn to it because a lot of the Masters for social work aren't about direct practice, whereas this one is specifically about counselling. And I guess I was also drawn to it because it would give me an option to maybe do some private practice work later in my life when I have kids and want to have more flexible work hours. And I also know that it was started by two of the greatest counsellors in Australia, Kerry James and Carmel. So it has had a really good reputation, and I think it's been around for about 15 years. And it's just really well known in the social work world that if you want to study counselling in Australia, that UNSW is kind of where you go. I think also I didn't want to study counselling in a way that didn't sort of fit with my social work values. So the Masters of Counselling is very real-world social work. They understand that sometimes counselling happens with a 16-year-old when you're dropping them off at an appointment, or in my case, at the end of a hospital bed or in a hospital lift, or they kind of have a different understanding of counselling. And there's also, I guess, a lot of understanding that social workers work with really vulnerable people, and not everyone is literate and can engage in sort of a very formal kind of white Caucasian model of counselling. So there was a big emphasis on sort of social justice and understanding families and trauma and not pathologising people. So my experience of the Masters was fantastic. All the teachers were fantastic. They brought in a lot of specialists when we were, doing a specific topic like narrative therapy or systems theory. We were literally hearing from these specialists in Australia. And as we've heard already, like all the teachers actually still worked as counsellors. So they kind of had live case examples to bring into the room, as well as a lot of the academic knowledge. And I guess studying the Masters was a pretty different experience to studying the Bachelor because I was in a room with a lot of people that I could learn from as well. And in this course, you're really invited to bring your current experience into the room and learn from that. But in doing so, you're also learning about, I guess, sexual assault counselling or different areas of counselling. I really enjoyed every aspect of the course. I really enjoyed the readings. They were really well selected and of a really high value. I enjoyed the colleagues. And I really enjoyed the teachers. It was a different experience from studying a bachelor's degree. The teachers were a bit more like colleagues. And as has already been referred to, I'm working on an academic paper with the convener of the Masters of Social Work, Jane. Following the Masters, during the Masters, we started a continuing professional development course for social workers, which continued for 2 years, running about 6 seminars a year, and that's been a fantastic success. So it's been great to have her as a mentor, I guess, since the Masters, and she's really provided me with opportunities to sort of extend myself beyond my role. I guess since the Masters, I've actually stayed in the role I'm in because I love what I do every day. I work a lot with homeless people. But what the Masters has really done is transformed my practice. I feel like a more skilled clinician and I feel like I'm able to offer people more. And I guess my writing's a lot better. I've submitted a different paper for publication. I've presented at a conference and an Australian conference for social work, and I've just probably pushed myself a lot more since graduating because I feel like I've got the knowledge and the skills to do that. And I really think for anyone thinking of studying a master's, you're probably not going to regret it. As my grandma, who is a Holocaust survivor, would always say to me, people can take anything away from you in your life, but they can never take away your education. So once you have a master's, that's yours for life, and no one can take that away from you.